Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 102 on the Mana League. I'm John as always, and it's time for some more Kaladesh draft leagues. We don't have too long left. We've got probably 5 weeks, I want to say, before we're into set review for Aether Revolt, which I'm thankful for, as you probably heard last week. Getting a little bit tired of Kaladesh, getting a little bit samey, getting a little bit unbalanced seeming, and yeah, we'll talk about that more during this. Anyways, this is going to be Gus's sponsored draft. If you're not familiar with the sponsored drafts, if you go over to patreon.com/themanaleak and you sign up to be a backer at $14 or more, you can sponsor a draft. What that means is every card that I open, you get. So we had 4 sponsors for this month, so 4 Spiky Saturdays were sponsored. We've lost one, so that means there's an opening for next month in the future. So if you want to jump on that before December 1st, you can get in for a December Spiky Saturday. As well, I opened up 2 streamer draft sponsorships, so there's a total of 6 potential drafts that can be sponsored each month. You get those cards. As well, there was the feature added where if you donate $60 to the Patreon over any amount of time, if that's $15 over 4 months, or $1 over 60 months, or $60 for 1 month. But whenever you hit a lifetime total of $60, you get the Mana Leak playmat, the one that you see in the Crack Pack videos, etc. So definitely check out patreon.com/manaleak. We're going to jump into this league, and I'll see you guys for Pack 1 Pick 1. Well, here we are for Pack 1 Pick 1. I was going to say Gus is probably very happy seeing a Combustible Gear Hulk. It's only worth 80 cents. We're going to take it. We're absolutely going to take it. Restoration Gearsmith is quite nice. We probably won't get this Welding Sparks back around, but yeah, I'm going to take a Combustible Gear Hulk. I haven't played with it yet. I think it's very powerful. I know people originally were saying it's the worst. I think those people were incredibly wrong, and I don't understand how they could possibly think that this is worse than Cataclysmic Gear Hulk, which I think is in fact not very good. It's basically just a Bastion Mastodon. But yeah, we'll take a Gear Hulk, maybe get the Prism back around, or Theorist, or the Hawk, but we'll take the Gear Hulk here, and that is going to be Gus's Gear Hulk. We get a Quicksmith Genius, or a Glimmer of Genius, or a Malfunction. I think I might be happy just taking the Quicksmith Genius here. I really like red in Kaladesh. I am on Team Paolo, who thinks that red is the best color, and not on Team the other pros who think that red is the worst color. Yeah, it's between Quicksmith or Glimmer, I guess. This is another example of what I've talked about to no end, how miserable some of the packs are. Beyond Quicksmith, which is fine for a second pick, and Malfunction, which is fine for a second pick, and Glimmer of Genius, which is, I guess, fine for a second pick. None of these cards want to be second pick. And somebody picked an uncommon because the rare was garbage. Blah. Kaladesh is just, I'm done with it. I'm really done with it. Hey, Furious Reprisal. That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah, we'll take a Furious Reprisal here. Yeah, just the packs are unbalanced, and there's so many bad packs. And somebody actually mentioned that Shadows over Innistrad had the same issue. There were a lot of bad packs in Shadows over Innistrad, and there were a lot of bad packs in Battle for Zendikar. It almost seems like the first set of all the 2-set blocks have this problem of having... And bad is not the right word, because they're not bad packs. I would play a Sky Swirl Harrier. I would play an Eddy Trail Hawk. I would play actually most of the cards in this pack. But they all feel really bad to be third picking, and definitely to be first picking. Somebody took a rare and a common out of this pack. Craziness. Anyways, we're taking that Reprisal. Hey, Dubious Challenge. Yay. I think we take Tidy Conclusion here. It's just a solid card. There's a lot of black here. A lot of black that I would expect to... Well, I would expect to see these 2 gone already. Lawless Broker's fine. Salivating Gremlins is kind of going to be what we're going to want to be doing. We're kind of going to want to be Artifacty. But I don't want to take it this early, so I'll just take the removal that we will almost certainly play if we end up black. Follow that up with nothing black, nothing red. So we're looking at Theorist, Mechanic, Bastodon. Huh. Well then. I think Theorist is the best card. I think. Mechanic, we could bounce our Gear Hulk, I guess. And white-red could still be pretty artifacty, which is what we're going to want to do with Quicksmith Genius and probably Gremlins if we get one again. Ugh. Theorist, Mechanic. There's more white here than there is blue. I don't know. Blue-red energy is kind of a thing. Let's take the Mechanic. I don't feel great about that pick, though. We get an Acrobatic Maneuver. Malfunction. Could just take an Ether Hub. There's a Wild Wanderer. I think we might just take the Maneuver here and kind of go white-red. Yeah. Reckless Fireweaver. Sure, if we're going to go white-red artifacts, that's something that we want to be seeing. Wayward Giant or a Ninth Bridge Patrol or a Camel. Fancy Camel. Well, if we're not playing that Tidy Conclusion, then we could take a Wayward Giant as a 5-drop. I'd prefer it over Ninth Bridge. I really don't care for Ninth Bridge. And I think we can get a Fancy Camel at some point for the sideboard, so let's take the Giant. Sky Swirl Harrier is fine. It's better than that, it's better than that, it's better than that. We're not playing that or that. Harrier in. That is 2 Lost Legacies in our pool. Oh. It's a really late ambitious Aetherborn, though. I don't think we're going to push back into black, though. We just have a Tidy Conclusion. That's basically all we've seen. So let's take the Fancy Camel here. Wayward Giant, I guess. Yeah, I don't really know what it is about this format. I was going to say I like the draft portion, but I don't like the draft portion. I like the draft portion when I don't get the garbage packs. And, you know, it's just like the people who say that, oh, you love a format because I won all the time. Well, of course you liked it if you won all the time. Salivating Gremlins, yeah. But I think the issue with Kaladesh is I'm not even really enjoying when I win. When I win, it's usually just, oh, that sucks. My opponent didn't get to play Magic, usually. And that's not the hallmark of a good format. Liking this deck more or less, though, to start with. One of these 5-drops are going to need to go, I think. Going to want some more 2-drops. Maybe a couple more 4-drops. Of course, with the Gear Hulk, I don't want to be, you know, super low curve. I want to have some big stuff to potentially hit my opponent's face. Beaumat Courier. I know people have... I've seen some people say, you know what, it's actually good, and I don't think so. We're not taking it over Foundry Inspector. But I don't think it's good. If it comes back around, we'll take it. But here we're just going to take the Foundry Inspector. It'll make our Combustible Gear Hulk cheaper. We can start to pick up some more artifacts. And we can get back either the Courier or the Hawk or the Artisan and be pretty happy about it. So, Foundry Inspector. Because Gear Hulk for 5 is going to be really nice. Well, we get an Ether Torch Renegade, which is good. Oh, there's a Revoke, though. So Ether Torch Renegade's good, but we don't have any energy production yet. At all. And it's not as good if you don't have energy production. Revoke Privileges, on the other hand, we will 100% play it. Absolutely, no questions asked, we're playing it. So, let's take it. Had we have pushed into blue, then the Ether Torch Renegade would have been good. But I haven't seen that much blue. We saw the Glimmer, we saw the Theorist Wheel. Couple Malfunctions, but Malfunction's gone down a little bit in my evaluation. I think red-white's where we want to be. Next up, we get ourselves a Glint Sleeve, which I'm totally fine with. I like it. Not taking Eager Construct, I still flat out disagree that this is a playable card. Yeah, Glint Sleeve. In you go. For 1, it's fine, but giving your opponent a scry is just... that is a very real downside. What do we get? We get a Pyrohelix. There's an unlicensed Disintegration. But it's gonna be tricky for us to splash in white-red. So good, though. So good. We would need an Ether Hub. So good. We could take a self-assembler. It'd be cheaper with the Foundry Inspector. I feel like I'd rather have taken one in pack 1, though. Leaning towards the Pyrohelix. I just don't think I want to be splashing. I need to be hitting my colors and on curve. Because if you don't hit on curve in this format, you just lose. Oh, damn it. Self-assembler followed by self-assembler. I think we'll take this one, because we're not taking a hijack, we're not taking a renegade tactics, we're not taking a P-foul. So, we'll take self-assembler. I think Wayward Giant goes away. I don't like Wayward Giant. Wayward Giant's one of those kind of, oh crap, I didn't get a way to win the game kind of card. Hey, Propeller Pioneer, that's fine. It's totally fine. I hate Faithful Showdown. I've tried playing it, and I do not like it in any way, shape, or form. But I do like me a Propeller Pioneer. Oh, self-assembler, please come back to me. Please come back to me. We get a Bastion Mastodon, which is fine, but I think we'll take the Spireside Infiltrator. Well, they're both good. They're both real good. I already have a Pyrohelix. I don't want to load up too many on them, although I do want some more 2-drops. I could take a Bastion Mastodon in exchange for the Sky Swirl Harrier. It being cheaper with this, and triggering that, and triggering that, and triggering that is pretty helpful. Spireside is just good by itself. You don't have to be crewing with it. Just attacking as a 4-2 is solid. But I think the Mastodon is just ever so slightly better. If we already had a Freighter or something, I think I'd be snap taking the Spireside. But I think the synergy works a little bit better with that. Nothing here. Take a Train or a Pressure Point. How do I only have 14 playables? That seems real low. Guess we'll take a Pressure Point. I guess I've prematurely cut some of these 5-drops, but I really don't want to be playing a bunch of 5-drops. Servo Exhibition could work just fine. It'd work great with that, it'd work great with that, and that. I am not going to take that or another one of those. So yeah, let's take a Servo Exhibition. Lowers our curve a bit too. Seems good. Seems good. There we go. I was worried. We're already up to 16 playables. We should be good now. Just need to see that Chandra. Pack 3, pick 1. Giant Spectacle. Acrobatic Maneuver. We already have an Acrobatic Maneuver. I do like Giant Spectacle. I just do. I'm going to take it. Now we need creatures. The next 5 playables need to be creatures. None of those are. Do people just not like Ambitious Aetherborn anymore? Because black hasn't looked open, but getting this late makes it feel open. Strange. Same with the Rush. Rush is totally fine. Weird. Let's take the Tactics. What? Alright. Weird. Tactics again. So many tactics. Durkara Scavenger. And a Mountain. Alright. Pack 3. Aetherworks Marvel. Worth anything? 3.31 tickets. Yeah, I'll probably just take that. I don't know if I'll play it. But I'm sure Gus will be very happy. Gets 2 mythics out of this one. Fairgrounds Warden. Super good. But I think 3 tickets is enough to be like, yeah, that's a card that I should take. So we'll take the Aetherworks Marvel. Speedway Fanatic. Reckless Fireweaver. Just an Iron League Steed. I think just the Iron League Steed. We do want this Built to Smash to come back around. But let's take that. Whew, Metalwork Colossus. I don't have any non-creature artifacts. So this, unfortunately, will only jump down to being 10 mana. That being said, I don't really see anything else being pickable. So we're going to take this. I don't think we're going to play it, but maybe we can have some fun here. Fragmentize. Ooh, Depala. No vehicles, though. How many dwarves? One. Propeller Pioneer. Are you a dwarf or are you human? You're a human. One dwarf. Depala's not even good. So do we take Spark? Do we take Decoction Module to try to help go off with the Aetherworks Marvel? Oh, that could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's take that. Let's throw the Marvel in. Let's have fun. Let's try to Aetherworks Marvel into a Metalwork Colossus. We can do it. We can totally do it. Right? Right? We can rapidly get energy by playing Servo Exhibition and fabricating off of those. Totally a thing that'll happen, right? This looks like a fun deck, actually. Eddie Trailhawk. Inventor's Goggles. We have 1. Oh, you're a dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Artificers. It would make the Colossus one cheaper. Kind of need more creatures, though, so maybe we just have to take the Eddy Trail. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, let's take the Eddy Trail. Thriving Grubs is fine. More energy for our Aetherworks Marvel Metalwork Colossus BS.deck. Yeah, let's take it. Get all the 2-drops. Spontaneous Artist. More energy. More energy. I will take it. And probably cut this Self-Assembler. Reckless Fireweaver, Thriving Ibex. Reckless Fireweaver number 2. So we have Module, Inspector, Fabricate from Artisan, Fabricate from Pioneer, Fabricate plus Iron League Steed, Aetherworks Marvel, Bastion Mastodon, Combustible Gearhulk, Metalwork Colossus. Yeah, we could play another Reckless Fireweaver. Why not? Let's just go all in on being ridiculously cute. What do we cut, though, for that? Oh, the pressure point. Get out of there. Take a Sideboard Demolish, I guess. Speedway Fanatic. Do we want yet another 2-drop? I don't think so. We'll take it, but we're not going to play it. Sure, let's take a Train. Let's take that. Let's take that. Let's take... Well, this is something. I don't know that it's a good something, but it's something. We can also hope that our opponent decides to take the damage to the face and we reveal a Metalwork Colossus. And they take 11 off of this at a minimum. That'd be good. I think this will be very fun. I think this will be very, very, very fun. And Forest. Alright, so here is the wonky deck. It looks like fun. We've got a sideboard Gremlin, sideboard Camels. We've got a Sky Swirl Harrier we're not playing, and I think I'm fine with that. We could arguably put in Aradara to try to make Metalwork Colossus be really cheap, but I don't terribly like that plan. I could take out the Giant Spectacle, but Giant Spectacle on like turn 3 on even like a Reckless Fireweaver can represent a lot of damage quick. Real quick. We'll think about that for perhaps later matches, but I think we'll start with this. With 10-7. Sounds good. And yeah, I will see you guys for match 1. And we'll see what this deck does. I think it's going to be fun. I think I'm actually going to enjoy these few matches. But we'll see. Depends on how much green we face. But I'll see you guys for match.